sometimes those are the kind of decks we're going to struggle against, by the way, is decks that are sort of nimble on their feet. This is the kind of matchup where we will tend to do better. So I'm just going to get rid of these 2 expensive minions for now. If your metric for replacement was just get rid of the 2 most expensive cards at the beginning of the game, you wouldn't be that far off. All right, so now we can see the power of Kujata. Summoning either of these on our next turn. Like next turn, I can move this up, cast this for 3, and then Lava Lance my opponent's play, potentially, which is really strong. Orb Weaver, huh? Alright. Fair enough. Yeah. So this is just going to be really, really, really good. Okay, so here, I'm going to walk this way, attack this, play this here, and then Lava Lance this. Yeah, that was a really broken start. I'm going to get rid of this clause because I don't think we're going to need it. Okay, so this making things cheaper just lets you do some things that you're not really supposed to do in the game of Duelyst. Being able to have a 5-drop and play on turn 2 and then also have played interactive cards is like pretty nutty, for sure. This I can clear out with my thing, which is pretty nice. Alright, so here I'm gonna want to play what? So probably I'm going to want to keep this mana tile for the time being. So I think I'm just going to want to play a Grimrock this turn. And then next turn I'm going to try to Fractal Replication and just put the game away. So I think I'll just get rid of this young Slither, or this Slither Elder, just because it's not that important. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to walk this way. I'm going to kill the Blaze Hound. I'm going to move this down here. I think I'm just going to move this back because I want to have it in play. And then this is actually just going to go here because I want to protect it from my opponent. So if my opponent has a removal spell for this, they could use their hero power, or they could use their Bloodborne spell, use a removal spell on this, walk forward, and then kill this, and that leaves me in a pretty bad position. But here I'm keeping the mana tile for myself. This is going to become a 5/5, and then next turn I can Fractal Replication and make 2 more. So this is what happens when our draw looks reasonable. We definitely have some powerful stuff going on. All right, Bone Swarm is good. I still think that it was worth it to really. They're going face. That's pretty amazing. You get to choose these spaces, right? So friendly, yeah. To choose where these spaces go. All right, so this becomes a 5/3, which is obviously wonderful. I think Razor Skin is not that important here. Oh, cool. I can make a 1/1 and a 2/1, but I don't care too much about that. Alright, so I think what's going to happen is we're just going to walk down this way. We're going to whack our opponent. I'm really surprised my opponent wanted to trade 2 damage with 3 damage with me last time. Alright, so now we're just going to do this and make 2 copies around our opponent as such. And I'm going to put them here so that they're protected potentially from other Bone Swarms. And I think I'm just going to use this opportunity to attack my opponent. And you know what? I think since my opponent's at such a low life total, I will just play this as well. And now, like, if my opponent has a Provoker... The reason that I did that was because one of these growing, by the way, so in case my opponent has a way to interact with 2 of these and somehow block me from getting to them, which I think is pretty unlikely, Mirage Master. Okay, that's fine. That's not a big deal. Alright. Well, so that was a super broken open, made possible by our epic friend Kujata. And here we go. Alright. 20 gold. We're on the board. We're on the board. It's our first one of the day, folks.